I'm going to walk you through exactly how to set up your first customer service automation using ChatIQ. So we're trying to create a automated tool that's going to manage frequently asked questions on our website. It's going to gather and collect support tickets and then automatically respond to those support tickets for us. So the first thing you need to do is click the top link down below in the description, and then we're going to start a free trial. When we land on this page, we're just going to sign up to a new account. I'm going to use Google to sign up. Cool, it's going to take a second to load, and then it's going to ask us to start a free trial. Cool, so go ahead, put in your card details. You're not going to be charged anything at the start of the month. You've got 2 weeks to test this out completely for free. When we log in and we've created our free trial, we're going to be greeted with this page. So we're just going to go straight to the dashboard. You can watch that video if you want. But the first thing we need to do is train our chatbot. We're going to do this by scraping a website. If you want to, you can upload PDF files. But for me, I'm going to scrape the website, and I'm going to scrape ChatIQ's website just to make this very quick and easy. What it's going to do is go to every single page on our website. It's going to find every single URL on our website. It's going to gather all of the text from each of those pages, and then it's going to use that as training data. So you can see here there's only 9 URLs on my website, so it's not taken very long to do. And then we're going to tag our data. So I'm just going to tag this ChatIQ. And the reason we do this is so it's easy to find data later on. Cool. So now we're going to go ahead and scrape those URLs. We then build the chatbot. So step 2 is literally just collecting all of that data and then using it in a chatbot. So we're going to just call this one chatbot. You can create multiple chatbots, but you probably only want to create one for your business. And then we're just going to give it a greeting message. So this is the first message that you see from the chatbot on the website. So I'm going to say, hello, how can I help? And then we're going to give it a custom color. So the user bubble color, we're just going to go for sort of like a light gray. And then we're going to set the user text to a black. And then we're going to select the data. So we're just going to pick and choose all of the data that we've got in our account, and we're going to go ahead and build the chatbot. Now, it may take a minute for this data to process. So if we come to the chatbot here, you can see if we go to the data, this is all of the data that we've gathered. If we go to the data feed, you can see all of that data has now been processed into our account. We've got 1,000 words for our chatbot. So there's not a huge amount of data from this website, but depending on the website that you're using, there could be more data. There is obviously a URL here, but I'll update this because at the moment you can't see it because the URL is too long. But this is trained on all the data from my website. Awesome. So now we can just play around with the chatbot and make sure it's completely customized for what it is that we want it to do. So the first thing we want to do is head into the chatbot section. You can see here this is the greeting message that we gave it. We just want to make sure that everything's cool, everything's good. We want to change these introduction messages. So these are prompt messages. There's a couple of examples here. We're going to set up support ticketing as well. So let's just start off with customizing these here. So I'm just going to write a few down. So I've gone for what is ChatIQ, I need a custom feature, and submit a ticket. If you want to, you can adjust the logo. So if you wanted to change this logo here, we're going to just click on this and we're going to choose a new logo. We're going to go ahead and wait for that to load in, and then we're going to save and update everything. Cool. Now you can see here down in the corner within ChatIQ there is actually a little widget, and this widget is you can actually change that logo as well. So this one here is the widget logo. So when you embed it into your website, it'll look like this. You can see here on ChatIQ's website as well, this is exactly the same widget. So you can basically change what it looks like, but I'm going to leave it as it is for now. Cool. The next thing we're going to do is start to populate and train our chatbot. And you'll notice when I first send a message, it's going to take a while to come through. I need to update the colors of the chatbot because obviously this is too difficult to read. So we're going to change this to, we'll just change it to like a blue or something like that. Cool. And then we're going to save it. So you can see that that response was fairly slow. And over time, your chatbot builds its own custom memory. And when it's building its own custom memory, you want to make sure that the responses from your chatbot are consistent every single time. So what it will do is, let's just refresh the page now, and I'll demonstrate this. If somebody were to come to your chatbot and they were to ask the same question again, like what is ChatIQ, it's going to use the custom memory for its response, and you can see it's now significantly quicker in its responses. Let's just say for now I need a custom feature, and we can compare the time difference between this response and this next one. And this is because this response hasn't yet been built into the memory, so the chatbot's learning as we use it. It's still pretty snappy, but we may decide that we want to actually adjust the responses and make sure that the responses are going to be the same every single time if we change them. So let me just do a demonstration of that. We're going to refresh the page here, and then we're going to start I need a custom feature. I'll make sure this doesn't pop up. I don't know why this keeps doing that. So cool, I need a custom feature, but let's adjust this response. You've got two options here. If you want to, the first one you can do is just change the response. Alternatively, if you remove it from cache is the memory of the chatbot, it's going to basically regenerate a new response for you. But I've already got a response here that I want to use. I'm just going to scroll through and we're going to choose this one here. Cool. And then there's this little phrase here which you can include if you want to. And I'll explain that in a minute, but essentially it's a little command to allow the customer who's talking to your chatbot to submit a support ticket. So we're going to update this now. We're going to wait a second, and it's going to completely update the response from the chatbot. And you can see here we now have a button that's appeared that says submit a ticket. So we're just going to refresh the page again, and the reason I'm refreshing the page is I just want a blank template every single time. I'm sorry about that pop-up, I will fix that. You can see here I need a custom feature. We're going to ask the same question again, and we're going to see it comes back with the new updated reply. So we've managed to change the cached data. So now if we do submit a support ticket, what it's going to do is go and generate a new reply for this, and I always recommend just doing 15 to 20 questions to your chatbot just to speed it up and gather the memory and make sure that it's trained and able to do exactly what it is that you want. So please go ahead and submit a support ticket and include the phrase so you can. Okay, so we want to change this, we want to adjust this response. The reason it's done this here is because it's using that phrase command handoff. So we want to adjust this response. We're going to write out a new one. Cool, so I've just drafted out a response here. I've said, of course, I'm more than happy to help. If you would like to reach out to human support, please go ahead and click the button labeled submit a ticket below and let us know how we can help. Is there anything else I can help you with? So we're going to go ahead and update the cache. Once that's done, we're going to basically have a sort of completely trained chatbot now. So when we ask it things like what is chat IQ, I think I've done this one. This is already in the cache. I need a custom feature is already in the cache. Cool, and then submit a ticket. This should have updated the cache as well. We're going to then use that new response. So now our chatbot has a fully trained response system. So we know, let's just completely refresh the page and try this out. We know that when we use this chatbot, if somebody submits a ticket or wants to submit a ticket, we know that the responses are going to be consistent every single time. The only problem is here, I said submit a ticket below, it's not actually giving the submit a ticket button. So you want to go ahead and just write this phrase in here, and it will go ahead, and now when we update this cache, it should actually have the submit a ticket button as well. You can see that showed up. So we're going to refresh the page and just make sure that this comes through correctly. Cool, just sent the same message again. You can see the submit a ticket button. So we've now got a semi-trained chatbot, and I recommend you go through and you ask it other questions. For example, what's the pricing? And we just start to populate the chatbot's memory with these responses. And the reason we do this is because we now want to know that the chatbot is able to respond correctly. And also, if there's missing data or missing information, you can see here, it's obviously just populated this response, and this is all correct. What we can do, if it's missing data, what we can do is come in and adjust the response, and we can add data. So let's say, for example, we wanted to put in some new data here. We could either upload a PDF file. I'm just going to go into here. We're going to go into my downloads and just select a PDF like this one. Let's just do this, right? We can then take this PDF and we can extract the text data, and then what's going to happen is it's going to basically retrain the chatbot again. So it's going to add these 428 words to the chatbot, and it's going to delete this cache. So if we upload this now, it's done that. We're going to go back to the data within our chatbot, and you can see in a second once it's done processing, if we come to PDFs, so we'll come to the data feed, we're going to look at the PDFs. This pop-up's really annoying me. I will solve that. In a second, this is going to populate with the new data, and this is going to show us the new, I think actually I might have added it to the URL, so it's down here. Okay, cool. So we've added I added two PDFs, by the way. But you can see I've now got these two new PDFs added. If we come to the chatbot section, we come to the data, you can see they are here. And by the way, the reason it's added this to the URL section is a known error that I added, but I will fix that. But you can see here that is now in the PDF section. So the chatbot has now got that new training data. So if I go ahead and I ask it what is the pricing, it's now going to go ahead and basically draft us a new response using that data. But obviously, because this data here isn't necessary to ChatIQ and doesn't contain any information about ChatIQ and its pricing and all of that, it's just going to give us exactly the same response. We're going to adjust the response here because I want people to be able to basically go ahead and instantly sign up. So you can get started with a free trial, test out our services before you're making the commitments. Here, we're going to add in the URL. Cool, and then we can update the cache. If you want to, you could always add like a UTM parameter to the end of this so you can track in analytics to see how many people are being referred from your chatbot. And then obviously now our chatbot is going to have that link in its response. So if we, what did I say? It was what is the pricing? It should now use that new response, that updated response. So you can see how, first of all, how incredibly quick the chatbot is and how easy it is to build and customize your own chatbot. Cool, so you will notice along the top here there's some other bits and pieces that we can do, such as instructions, and there's a little notification here letting us know that we should probably set up some custom instructions, and this is just to make sure that your chatbot is able to understand your business. The most important thing is really adding in business contact details. You can also add in additional information such as specific URLs, so we could do sign up page is going to be that one that we just did, app.chatiq.ai, and we're going to do contact email is going to be help@chatiq.ai. So we're going to save those changes, and now the chatbot is going to have access to these links. So this is just a way of reducing hallucinations. You can see here there's a bit of a guide on how to reduce hallucinations using the hallucination fixer, but basically what this means is you don't want ChatIQ to generate and create its own URLs, and sometimes some AI chatbot builders do this. So I'm going to demonstrate this now. If we just do chat with us and we do a question that we haven't asked, which is, I will fix this pop-up, which is, where is the sign up page? And we're going to ask that question. You'll see here when we come to the instructions, I've just given it the sign up page as chatiq.ai. We haven't populated this into the memory yet, so we're going to see what it comes back with. If it's wrong, we're going to update it. But you can see here, you can access the sign up page for our app by visiting the following link. We can click on this and it's going to take us directly to the sign up page. At the top in the URL, ChatIQ will automatically add a UTM source so you can track. Obviously it's just logged me back in. But if you want to know how to hyperlink like this, just click on adjust response here. Basically in square brackets you add the call to action, and then in close just normal brackets you put in the URL. Cool, so that is our chatbot ready to get going. Let's now set up support ticketing, because we want to make sure that we're gathering support tickets from our customers, and we want to make sure that those support tickets are categorized in a specific way. So also, by the way, you may notice sometimes it will generate a slightly different response. That's because it does it by semantic caching. So the way it works is when you ask it a question, it's going to look for similar questions that have previously been asked, and it's going to decide how close they are to previous questions. So because we've got a bit of chat history here, it's going to create a slightly different question. But you can see here, this is basically the same thing. We can go ahead, submit a support ticket. So the next thing you can notice here is the entire branding has been changed for our business. So obviously the chatbot icon, sorry, the chatbot little colors here is exactly the same as the color in here, which is pretty cool. But we want to make sure that we've updated these because this may not be correct for our business. So for me, I'm going to do specific features here that I want to make sure people are submitting support tickets for. So I've gone for these different features. I've said I have a bug, and you can see this is automatically updated instantly. I've done feature requests and also account issues. So now what's going to happen is if somebody submits a support ticket, we'll just do an example here. So I have a bug. We're going to put in the details. So I always recommend you just test this out. And obviously, guys, if you have any issues with ChatIQ, you can always use the support chatbot down here and submit a ticket. Ticketing is currently turned off, but I will turn it on for you guys. But if you go in here, we'll just put a test email in, gmail.com. Actually, before we do this, you can see we've got ticket notifications, and this is quite important. So dependent on how important different tickets are, ChatIQ will prioritize them. And it's going to use the email account that we've already signed up with as our notification email. It may be you want to set up a different email address, in which case just go into here, edit it, and then save your changes. So now we're just going to turn on the priority of everything. So now we're going to receive a notification regardless of the priority of the support ticket. And this will make a bit more sense in a second. I'll show you on my phone. You'll see the email come in. So we're just going to just put in here, I have a bug. We're going to do I can't upload new data to my chatbot. Okay, so if this is the bug that someone had, if you want to, you can always upload an image. So we're just going to do that now. I've just selected an image from my downloads folder. That's going to populate in a second, and then we're going to submit a ticket. And I want you to look here at my phone. In a second, you'll see there will be an email notification that should appear for this support ticket. You can see in the dashboard over here that new support ticket has come through, and there we have it on my phone. There we have it on my phone. That is the support ticket for ChatIQ. And it's prioritized this as a medium level support ticket. And also you can see here in the category, it's labeled as I have a bug, which is exactly the same category that we put through here. Cool. So the next thing we want to do is make sure that we can deal with these problems, make sure that these support tickets are able to be responded to. Now, if we build multiple chatbots, we can see different support tickets for different chatbots, but most people just use one chatbot. We can filter the ticket status by open or closed. Obviously, closed, there's no support tickets. And the really cool thing is we can track how long a support ticket has been active for. We can open and close tickets, and we can automatically respond to those support tickets. So let's just go back here to the chatbots, and you can see if we go back to the chat, we've already had a conversation with the chatbot. So if we come to the ticketing area and we reply to the support ticket, we can see this conversation that the user has had with the chatbot. We can see they asked where the sign-up page was and can they submit a support ticket. And it's obviously given us the responses. So we can see the context of the conversation that customer was having with our chatbot. We can also see here the image that they submitted, which is just this one here. It takes a second to load, but there you go. That's the image that I uploaded. So if they have a specific problem, you can view that image and maybe that will help you solve their problem. Now, we can actually use AI to generate a response to this email. What it's going to do is use the knowledge from our chatbot to generate us a response. So, for example, if you've got a customer who has a problem with your product, as long as that information on how to solve that problem is in the training data, and when I say in the training data, I mean the data that we uploaded here, all of this done, so I've only got 4,000 words. You probably want to have closer to 20 to 50,000 words for your chatbot, but as long as that data is in there, it's going to use that data to respond to that customer. I'm just going to delete this bit. We only need the hello test. Obviously, you can see here, thank you for reaching out to us regarding the issue you're experiencing with uploading new data for your chatbot. So it knows the context of the issue. I understand the importance of resolving this matter. To better assist you, could you please provide me more details about the specific problem? So it may be that we actually want a better email response here. And if you decide that you want a better email response, here's what we can do. Actually, this isn't going to work because we haven't got the data in the data feed. But let me just do really quickly. I'm going to add some additional data. And this is going to be managing data in ChatIQ. And I'm going to do this. Okay, so I'm just adding some additional context to my chatbot so I can demonstrate how the email replies can work. So the ticket that we submitted was somebody asking about adding data to their chatbot. So I've basically just written some text here about how to actually do that. So we're just going to upload this text now. And you'll be able to see in the data feed, if we go to the text section, it is now showing that new text. So now when we come to this section and we want to reply to this user, so let's say, for example, this is the bug and this isn't a bug, and this user has just submitted a photo of something that's, just showing them trying to use the wrong feature of the app, and we know that the app is working and they can upload the data to their chatbot, but they want to know how to do it. All we need to do here, now we're going to just give it an extra prompt that says use your knowledge to tell this customer how to upload data to the data feed, and hopefully this will work. We've only uploaded 59 words. There's not a lot of context that the chatbot has access to, but theoretically it will go ahead, find that data, and we can actually delete this. We don't want that. And we're going to say, thank you for reaching out to us. I understand you're having trouble uploading data. 1, head to the data feed section in your ChatIQ dashboard. 2, select upload data from the options available. 3, choose from either URL, file, or text to upload your data. 4, the uploader will extract all the text from your data. 5, select the chatbot you would like to add this data to from the drop down at the bottom. Cool, all done. And basically you can see that it's basically just used that text that I've uploaded and it's just converted that into an email. Excellent. So now we want to deal and send this support ticket. So all we're going to do is select from this area here. We're going to select Gmail. Now this is going to take a few seconds to load, and it's going to open up our default Gmail account. So whatever email you're logged into within Chrome, so this is my company email account, is the email that it will send this from. So as long as you're logged into your company email, we can now instantly send out this support ticket. Obviously, this is a test email, so it's not going to send, but you can see here it's pre-populated that response. So let's say we've sent that support ticket response. We're going to come back into here and we're going to close that support ticket. And now you can see there are no more open support tickets within my account. That notification has left. I can open this up and I can see it took me 11 minutes to respond to this support ticket. Awesome. So that is support ticketing set up. We have ticket notification set up. So now if any future customers submit a support ticket, that information's all there. If we want to, we can add additional data to our chatbot at any point. If we come to our chatbot, we can add custom instructions. If we want to, we can actually remove data from our chatbot. So let's say we no longer want these PDFs in our knowledge base for our chatbot. So we're just going to remove those two. And the way ChatIQ works is like a file manager. So if we come back to the data feed and we go to the URLs, these are PDFs. They will be in the PDF section when you use the app. There's just an update that I ran. There's a specific reason this is doing this. But anyway, you can see the data is still here. So if I want to, I can now build a new chatbot on this data. So we can create a new chatbot and whatever. I'm not going to do it, but you can see we can build a new chatbot for this data. Cool. So what do we do now once we've done this? There's a bit of extra FAQs here if you have any additional questions. This bit's obviously talking about warming up your chatbot, but we're going to now actually embed this chatbot. So we're going to embed it as a widget. So you can see here on the ChatIQ website, this chatbot is embedded here. And obviously it's responding to specific questions on ChatIQ. If I say, what is ChatIQ? It's going to go ahead and respond to them. But to get this working, all we need to do is copy this embed code like this. And we're going to go to our website builder, whatever it is, and we're going to basically paste it in the head tag of the website. So I've done an example here. You can see within Webflow, you can see this is the head tag. I've just pasted the code in here. And now when we save our website, that will be added to our website. We'll have the chatbot set up. Cool. So that is how you build your own custom AI chatbot using ChatIQ. So if you want to build your own, click the top link down below in the description. Start your free trial. You won't be charged for the first 2 weeks. You can build your chatbot. You can customize it. You can train it. You can do all sorts of cool things to it. And then obviously from there after that, if you want to keep using it, it's only going to cost you $30 every single month. If you've got any ideas of features or things you'd like to see, don't forget to let me know down below in the comments if there's any additional bits and pieces. I am adding a feature which will gather emails from people when they come through. So you can start to gather emails from people and then you can send that to your favorite CRM. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.